Okay, welcome back to another episode of HomeTown Podcasts. Today, we're very pleased and privileged to have with us Natasia Jackson, who has been with the bank a few days. Actually, how long have you been with the bank, Natasia?
15 years.
15 years. So give us a little bit of background, Natasia, if you don't mind, on, maybe where you went to school, where you grew up, your hometown, just your basic, how to introduce yourself. Because that's the idea behind these podcasts, behind this series within the podcast is to try to introduce you to our customers, other employees, because there's always something that we just don't quite get a chance to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is what that is just the opportunity to talk about those things. So tell us a little about, your background, your history, where you came from, and then also just a little something about yourself.
I call Oneonta my hometown, but for like 6 years, I lived in Sylacauga, graduated from there, so I'm proud to be an Aggie. But then we moved back after I graduated and went to Wallace, tried nursing, dropped out, then went to Auburn to do accounting. And I met Nick before I went to Auburn. He was going to Auburn for forestry. So it's like, I'll just follow him down there.
Yeah.
So we went to school
following
together.
a guy has been a predominant theme in these interviews that we've done so far.
Really?
Yeah, we're finding out that that's pretty common. Or, a guy following a girl to school. Yeah.
Wow.
I
did not know that.
I'm not one of those. I'm not on that, in that count. But
I'll be interested to watch to see who followed who.
Yeah. And then how many of them came away with the guy they went to chase.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, we did have a couple breaks, but we came back together.
Well, you need a couple breaks.
Oh, yeah. Especially in college.
Yeah, you need to know.
Yeah.
So, we have, Natasha and I sometimes have some longer conversations about Auburn. I have two children that Auburn graduates, and I have one that's actually still living in Auburn, and his wife teaches at Auburn. So, it's a big orange and blue parade when we start that conversation.
Yes.
So that you were at Auburn, chasing Nick.
Yeah.
And, it sounds to me like nursing to accounting is a bit of a stretch. So.
Yeah. I think I had always wanted to be a nurse, and then I got to do like clinicals, and it was way too personal. Like it was too much in people's faces.
Yeah.
And like I took a test or something, like you can take some kind of test in college and it kind of tells you, and it leans toward that. And I always loved math. So it kind of clicked.
So it's worked out. Yeah. And that kind of fits with what you do here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
Is more or less accounting. I mean, it's more or less the accounting department. We don't have any departments, and everybody does everything really. I mean, is anything that happens to be needed is needed. In fact, you had an interesting experience. How long have you been here? 6 weeks? When we had a little snow day?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And you want to tell us about that?
That was awful. The most stressful day here ever.
Out of the...
So I'm thinking snow day, I get a day off.
Yeah.
And then Angela calls, can you come in to balance? Yeah. But Nick was working with the power company. He was gone. He had to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't get there. And Angela's like, we'll come and get you. Yeah. So Angela and Patty standing behind me. No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah.
We just need to balance the bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I felt after that day, do anything.
Everything else has just kind of been cream at it.
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting because I remember distinctly that day, and I couldn't, I live on Chef Mountain, so I couldn't get off the mountain. And then I had positioned my car at the bottom of the mountain, or my truck, and so I was able to walk down, get in the truck, and then make it to the bank. And I walk in, and you're running the work from Saturday on, or what running the work means, posting like your deposit so that you can use your debit card and it not reject you. And so that was, had to happen, and we didn't have a choice. And anyway, I was like, what was her name again? She's fairly new, right? 6 weeks? Yeah. Well, we'll throw her to the fire. We'll see how this works out. So it worked out beautifully, by the way. Everything posted, everything, balanced. And it was the challenge of a lifetime. It was maybe, hopefully, the biggest challenge that you'll have to face. But that was a lot of fun. Yeah. After it was over, we laughed about it.
In the time, no.
It
was awful.
Yeah, sometimes it's a lot easier today than it was. But at that time, you had to physically be here.
Yeah.
And quite an interesting time frame. It was a lot of fun for me because it's, once it gets done, then you're like, well, we could do, like you said, we can do anything.
Yeah.
It
was hard to really stress me out after that.
Well, that was really fun then. Yeah.
Hey, looking back on it, it was. But
so how long were you at Auburn?
2 years.
Finished up. And let's see, trying to remember, you were in Albertville, is that right?
Oh, yeah. My first job was in Albertville at a tractor company.
So I think that's where you were working when we hired you. Yeah.
And I had put my resume in here at the same time. And then got a call about 6 months later.
Well, what kind of different roles have you played at the bank? I mean, were you a teller at
I
some
never
point?
was a teller. When I was hired, Amy was going on maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
So they needed somebody quick to train for her job. So I bought her house and took over her job at the same time. And then when Amy came back, Brenda, who was doing a lot of accounting, needed somebody to help her out. So they just kind of shuffled me over there.
You moved in there, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Well, that's fantastic. And, of course, that was before children.
Yes.
So now you have
3
how many
kids?
3. And what do you got? Boys, girls?
2 boys and a girl. This year they'll be 12, 9, and 6.
So that probably is pretty busy time.
Yes. Especially right now in the summer, trying to keep 3 kids entertained.
Oh, yeah?
And try to save money and not pay for daycare. School cannot start any quicker.
So then you have baseball or anything like that? Those kids play any kind of sports?
They're big into soccer, but we kind of took a season off.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. But, and then Elevie loves anything dance, gymnastics, stuff like that. So.
Okay, is that your youngest?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, because you had 2 boys, and then the third one, we were like, okay, this has got to be a girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what she tells me anyway. She was like, you were really disappointed that you had a boy with Wade. And I'm like, no. So that's why you had me. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We decided just keep having kids till we got the right number.
No.
Mm. Well, that's an interesting, I mean, what happens is once you have your children, of course, you love them all. And so it doesn't really matter. But at the time, you're kind of framing up life and thinking that we needed to do this. But that's, and see, your 3 children, I mentioned earlier about the family day thing and the fact that, I see the difference one year to the next and the size and whatever. And then, of course, the mature, do they bring friends? Do they not bring friends? And all that. And so in your case, again, all 3 were babies and born here. And,
went into labor here at work.
Yeah, that's right. You almost pulled on the Cassie Klein.
I did. I was trying to beat her and just I couldn't take it.
Well, were y'all counting time or something? Or
yeah, I was tracking my labor with an app, Had my review that morning. Got done with that. They weren't going away. So I was like, I think I might need to go.
Yeah. In fact, I think I remember Matthew saying, like, you need to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool story. I mean, the idea that but we probably had something that had to be done, and we wanted to make sure it happened.
Well, yeah, because we had just converted.
Oh my God.
We had just converted our system. So Kayla was like, please stay. Please stay.
Can you hang on?
I know.
Just for a day?
Yeah.
The laughs we have now about that kind of situation. But,
in the moment, I felt really bad to leave her, but
hey, you need to go have a baby.
Yes.
So let's go have the baby.
And then she had to teach me how to do everything when I came back because it was all new. I just saw it and then left from maternity leave. So that was fun.
Wow. And I was trying to remember, Natasia, you guys are in your, how many houses? You started at
We're in our third.
Okay. Yeah. And
hopefully fixing to be in a fourth.
Looking at a fourth. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, well, until you get to the right fit, right? Right size, right fit, whatever. So what you got in mind for your fourth house?
Well, I have to have a pool. So we're probably going to downsize a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, in 5 years, Wes will be 17, fixing to go off to college. So why do we need all that room for just a few years? So we're going to downsize.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that, what you find is when they start driving, you lose them a little bit. They're not there as much. And then, of course, when they go to school or whatever, they're moving away or have friends, they accumulate more friends. Then, they
and I want to have like a house that they want to come like hang out at and stuff. So
as long as you have the pool,
you're
going to have that.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, that will not be a problem. Absolutely not. So, what do you think, Natasia, about how to describe like working here? I know that you mentioned the job at the tractor place in Albertville. What do you think's the difference in what, say, you had there and what you have here?
I definitely feel like I'm trusted more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that I'm trusted to do my job, to not have somebody like over my shoulder. And I feel like y'all will back me up on decisions and entries and stuff like that. And I didn't have that at that job.
Yeah.
It was just kind of nitpicking, and here it's just.
Well, autonomy is something that we really, empowering your people. You can't be just saying, you can't talk about empowering people and not giving them tools to do their job, number one. Mm-hmm. But secondly, allow them to do their job and allow them to use their intellect, to do what's necessary. I mean, it's very important. Unfortunately, I'm of the opinion that a lot of people make that mistake, and that in being a leader or being somebody in charge, you have a tendency to want to grab hold of the rein as quickly as possible when something maybe gets a little sideways or you start to have some problems. But, I know that we don't want to just sit here and tell funny stories, but there was one other story. I know that you guys had a special beach trip planned, and you happened to be the driver.
No.
You don't want to talk about that?
No. It was a great bonding moment.
Great bonding moment.
That was the whole purpose of the trip.
Yeah? Greenville or Greensboro?
Oh, was it? Yeah, Greenville. Yeah.
Greenville, Alabama.
Yeah.
So
don't
just tell
go
us
to
the story.
Hospital.
Just
don't
tell
go
us
to
about
it.
Just tell us how that all transpired.
Oh, gosh. Well, we had just stopped for dinner, Chick-fil-A. We were having a great time. And then bam. And then it's like, okay, who wants to call and tell him?
That we've had a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was on Labor Day weekend. I remember that distinctly.
Yes. Yep. But luckily everybody was okay. With one minor injury.
You had 6 people in the car?
Let's see. 1, 2, 5. 5. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Natasha, unfortunately, was the driver, and the traffic on I-65 South, if you've not had any experience with that recently, is extraordinary, and especially on a holiday weekend going to the coast. And so then someone stopped in front of them quickly. In fact, the entire line of traffic stopped quickly in front of them, and they happened to run into the car in front of them. And then I get a phone call that says, hey, they've been transported by, did they transport her by ambulance?
Yeah, by ambulance.
Yeah, to the Greenville Hospital, and that her teeth were coming through her bottom lip.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, this is not good. And we started the conversation. But we happened to have, Amy/mother on board. And so she was taking things out of the reins, and we dealt with it. But anyway, I can imagine that when that was a pretty not necessarily stressful so much as overwhelming thing to have happen with all the folks that you had in the truck with you, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But we like to make light of things after the storm has passed. So it's kind of like you started out with the snowstorm or whatever, and now we're to the little small accident. We just always kind of like to remind Natasha that she's not driving next time that they go to the coast.
And I
together.
didn't.
Yeah. So, but that didn't stop us from going to the coast. I've continued.
Yeah, we made up for it. We had it.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Great. Well, and I guess too, what I know we mentioned that you account, that you're in accounting for the bank, but your day to day, what does it look like? I know you do some work from home too, so might want to describe a little bit about that.
It's nice to, like I said, not have to pay for daycare. We had except for the fact that I think it was last Thursday, we were having just internal meeting that we do every day. And my son walks in his underwear. They always seem to want to come in at the exact same time, even though we have a meeting the exact same time every day. Yeah. So that was fun.
That makes sense for an interesting Zoom meeting for all the other people that are participating.
I have to lock the door if it's like a, customer or a vendor call, but.
Yeah. There for a while, especially, even now, but certainly during COVID, we had every imaginable something that could happen.
Yes.
Happened on Zoom calls. And we had, on Romano, I think she must have some kind of messaging system to her husband that bring her coffees.
Nice. I need that.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like, any day I'm going to say, hey, dress him like a waiter, give him a plate, and make sure he delivers that to you. So that's kind of the fun part of doing all that, is that we get to see some unscripted stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I feel like, too, that, it lightens up the mood, and to see people and, interesting, to see where they're working at in their house and what that looks like. And because, we don't go to each other's houses. So it's kind of cool to see. Sometimes, I know when Kaylee lived on the lake house, she would sit outside, and then we'd be like, okay, turn the camera around.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Yeah.
Show us the lake.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of calls sometimes and have some nice scenery in the background. And I'm like, oh, I better turn around, get the blank wall.
I know, but sometimes we're like, hey, show us.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah.
We need to see that.
We're curious.
Yeah. It's, again, the flexibility and the ability. The bank just provides us that ability, and we're very proud to be able to do it.
It's funny because I didn't think about this until after working here for several years. And I come from a family of accountants, of people that are good with money and finances. And so I was like, I don't know why I didn't start that sooner, but I'm glad it.
I really hadn't thought of that myself, Natasha, but knowing your family the way I do, and, the fact that, you're an Evans.
I'm proud to be an Evans.
Yeah. Or Tied Back, which is an extraordinarily large family here.
Yes.
And a very close family. So, you're surrounded by.
And the running joke too at the bank is I'm related to everybody. And I probably am.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and if you're not, Suzanne is.
Yeah, that's true.
And or she knows who is.
Yes.
And we can then get information that we otherwise couldn't get.
I used to think she was related to me, but then I just realized she was just a friend of the family. But yeah, I thought she was my
Had to be
cousin
around
somehow.
all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, you have a wonderful family, and that I kind of, that whole Evans clan is, they're always seen together. You're very, very close. Now, I think everybody knows that, and that's always refreshing to see,
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, very happy to have you today, Natasia, and the time you've spent with us. Certainly, the time you've been here at the bank's we couldn't ask for anything more, and we're excited for the future.
I am too.
But we are, 3 enough?
Yes.
Kids-wise?
No. We're done. Ready for the next generation of
next generation.
employees
There you
to
go,
start.
Yeah. Well, we are getting there, we are.
I wish we could find the picture that we took. I think I was pregnant with Wes, maybe, and there was like 10 of us lined up with all our bellies.
All the bumps.
Yes. Like we had an explosion
Yeah.
of babies. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next set.
Well, it was explained to me that we took on young women
Yeah.
in their childbearing years all at the same
Yeah.
time. And so, we had an abundance of childbearing women.
Yep.
And so young women. And so, well, bam, they all decided to have babies at the same time. And
Which
some
was real
didn't
fun.
decide, it just happened. But the point is that we ended up with a bunch. And we had to manage around that because
we did.
One of the things that we're most proud of here at the bank is that we have a flexible time off kind of thing we call limbo, and I think we've talked about that a little bit before. But it's incredibly important to everyone on the team that. So, for instance, when Natasia had her last child, that she could spend the time she felt like was necessary. We don't have any time frames around that. I think the law is something like 12 weeks or something, but we don't even know what that is anymore. Whatever they need to be the mother they need to be, then they need to do it. Or a father they need to be, then they need to do it. Because that's critical. You can't replace it. You can't relive it. It will never, can't hit rewind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important. And I think that, again, that's one of those things that we're so proud to be able to do. And we're only able to do it because of folks like you, Natasia, that are, that are filling the gaps, because you're enabling Kaylee to stay off if she had, Courtney, whoever happened to be around us.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so fulfilling for me personally, but also for, I think, everybody on the team to be able to provide that. So.
And especially like when talking to Nick about his job, and like he had to get on several meetings while we were on vacation this past time, and was on his phone with emails. And it was just so nice to be like, I don't have to worry. If Kaylee will not call unless it's like an emergency.
Right.
And she can handle it. They can handle it while I'm gone. I can be on vacation and be gone and
enjoy it.
Come back refreshed and not having to worry about anything. So the team really does help, even when you're off,
And sometimes we just kind of have to take a step back and notice that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're in your day to day and you just don't even know that's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Until you're like, like with Nick, and I'm noticing, sucks.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What kind of vacation? Because, once you have something on, like, let's just say something's going on, you're not going to be able to relax again until it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a tough thing, but we know that it has that kind of benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to provide it to each other. It's not like something we have to put into a policy.
Mm-mm.
It is what we do for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're happy to do it.
Yeah, we can handle it.
It's not like when you get back, like, boy, you wouldn't believe what all we did for you, Wayne.
I know.
We just do it. And I love that.
I do too.
And to be able to have an organization that kind of plays to that is extraordinary. So,
yeah, it is. Not everybody has that.
Yeah. Well, thanks again. And one last question, and that is, what is it you're really loving about life right now? What is it you're really, really enjoying?
Well, right this summer, especially, my sister got a brand new pool. So we are going there as often as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a slide and everything. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm enjoying, time with my family, the kids, going up there, hanging out, letting them run energy off,
Yeah.
swimming, and
There's nothing like it.
there's nothing
There's
like
nothing that burns the energy
that. No, exactly.
like the pool.
Except they're really hungry all the time. But
They're
just,
burning it, man.
yes.
Yeah.
But just having somewhere to go and have fun and spend time with family.
Yeah, and then another reason to gather.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Really
that's what
cool.
we're doing right now.
Well, thanks again, Natasha.
Yes, thank you.
Look forward to seeing you guys again, or hope you can tune in again to the next episode of the HomeTown Podcast. Thanks.